Hey guys, Tarke here, and today I'm giving you my 3.7 League starter as of 2:30 AM, the day of the League start. This could change. I've been telling everyone to play Essence Rain. Essence Rain is definitely going to be insane, but everyone's playing it, so I'm like, I need to play something different. And I was trying to work out a trap tree, and then Octavian was in chat, and he was trying to work out a trap tree, and then I'm like, mate, what if we, like, took my IQ and your IQ, and then we did this, and now we're both arguing over who gets to play this build. And what is this build? Lightning Trap. Now, this will be a Saboteur, but the reason why I think this will be nice is you can see it's going to be pretty good for hitting Legion shit, right? So Essence Drain was good for hitting Legion shit, but this will be really good at hitting Legion shit. So yeah. I want to play melee, but I don't know how to play melee. Waggle's got some pretty cool builds. There are some cool builds floating around. No idea how the hell to build it. I'll probably do that second, but let's just show you kind of what we have sort of floating around in our combined brainwaves. So, like something sort of like this. You can tweak it a little bit. There's a few different options you can go for. We're planning to use the Malachi's Awakening Helm. This is the Blood Magic Helm. Anyone who played Octavian's Fire Trap build back in Incursion, I want to say, should know this. He used it back then. They've actually added, though, Mortal Conviction to it. So, because they've added Mortal Conviction to it, we now get a free 50% aura, which made this helm, which gives a whole shit ton of flat Ellie damage, even better. So that's pretty big. So the idea is you use like Malachi's Awakening, you use like a Shroud from Abyss, and then you've got all this big pen, and you just go crazy throwing all these lightning traps, get a bunch of projectile speed, and just kind of go at it. Now, the unupgraded helm has blood magic and has the 50% aura. So the unupgraded helm is kind of like a better Essence Worm, sort of, but the upgraded one is like really sexy. If you don't want to do the whole blood magic shenanigans, you could instead go for Eldritch Battery and then use like Tinkerskin or something, which is what a lot of trappers do. So you don't have to use that helm, but I think we're going to use the nice hat because the hat is nice. So what is the thought process on going Saboteur? What do we get from Saboteur? We get Cannot Be Blind, reduced damage taken from blinded enemies. Now, it's worth noting that everyone can have access to this due to Flesh and Stone being absolutely ridiculous. It's a 25% reservation, and it gives a AoE blind aura. Every build, if you can fit it in, fit it in. But it also has the 10% reduced damage taken, which is very powerful, and then it has blind on hit and some increased damage. You can see like how easy it's going to be to off-screen with everything. Everything is going to be like covered in blindy goodness. It's going to be beautiful. I've now lost my P. There we go. It's going to be really, really, really nice. So, we then have Perfect Crime, giving some cooldown recovery speed. This will be nice for Lightning Spire Trap or Flamethrower Trap or whatever big trap stuff you want to use. Chain Reactions, how we're going to be getting all of our traps to proc like crazy. You could also maybe use Sunblast Belt instead if you want to do like non-Saboteur or whatever. But it's going to be pretty good. We want to have everything popping, so we're clearing the crazy Legion mobs from 50 screens away. Pyromaniac gives us Ignite, Shock Immune, a whole bunch of regen, and a little bit of reduced mana cost of skills. That will make the mana cost less problematic. The tree is fairly locked in place. We've tried a few different variants. We've tried some coming down to Scion Life. You could drop these points, stretch down this way, drop some DPS nodes. But I'm fairly happy with this. I think Octavian's going to go for a slightly tankier variant, but I'll sort of walk you through it. Go through, get the trap nodes, get the life nodes. You can go for the attack speed if you're shield charging. I'm on the fence about whether or not I want to shield charge or if I want to go for dual wands and just flame dash around. You can now shield charge with a wand, which is a very big buff because wands have projectile speed as a suffix, and Fortify is a pretty good mechanic. Saboteur, you want to take it for the extra trap and a little bit of trap throwing speed. Coming through here. Lethal Assault is nice, but you're going to get this pretty late. You're basically taking this just for the projectile speed and a teeny weeny bit of damage. Expeditious Munitions, you get this kind of late as well. It's very nice having the trap throwing speed. Trap throwing speed is ridiculous, but it's kind of like, this is level 95 tree, so you kind of got to cut it back a little bit here and there. Grab the life, grab the crit, come down, grab the jewel, grab all the good trap nodes, grab the life. We route through this way. More projectile speed is very good for off-screening. We want the 2 pierce. Instead of doing this, you could maybe drop this cluster and try out using chain or fork in links. Since chain and fork were both buffed last league, I'll try messing around with them, but I think I'm going to go for pierce. Silent Steps is an amazing node, really strong node. So it has 5% reduced damage taken from blinded enemies. Just very strong, and it gives you a bunch of flat evasion, which is really good. This is a very strong 2-pointer. I didn't know how to fit it into the build, but this gives you +1 to maximum res and chance to evade attacks, a whole bunch of evasion, and some all res, which is pretty nice at league start. Acro phase acro. Grab the jewel, grab the life here. I skip Heartseeker. You'd want this eventually. Lightning Trap has very high crit chance. If the enemy is shocked, you get bonus crit. So we're at like 73% effective crit chance, and that is not using the critical strike gem. If you want to use the critical strike gem instead of, for example, say like lightning pen or something, you then get like 91% crit. We can get a lot of crit with this build. The links are kind of open-ish, do what you want with them. We're generating our charges through charge traps, and it also gives some multi, and it gives some very nice trap throwing speed. You could also potentially go for the frenzy charges. That's another very solid option to get more trap throwing speed and more damage that way. But it's all about juggling the points, which are all very, very tight. Coming along, Throat Seeker, it's a bunch of damage, no-brainer. Bunch of damage, no-brainer. Jewel, crit, life, 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 damage, life. As I said, you could maybe drop these nodes coming down this way. If you don't want to play Lightning Trap, you could try using Fire Trap instead. You could also try Ice Trap, Arc Trap. Arc Trap is probably okay. I don't really see the point of playing Arc Trap in comparison to Lightning Trap. When it comes to different movement setups, as I said, there's Shield Charge, there's this thing called like Frost Blink or Ice Blink, which might be the new Flame Dash and seems pretty interesting. Might even be an idea to like rejig the tree a little bit, coming up this way, grabbing Purity of Flesh, maybe grabbing the dual wield clusters, I don't know. But I think that Lightning Trap is in a very good spot going into Legion. So if you're like, okay, I want to play a very safe build because I don't know how to route through this part of the tree. I've tried so many times, but you're like, I don't want to play Essence Drain. Right? You're like, I want safe, I want to be boring, but I don't want to be that safe and that boring. Then, you know, do this. And you can join the legion of all 2 people, Octavian and myself, playing traps in 3.7. But anyway, I'm Tarke. I keep running out of content in my videos 2 minutes before the 10-minute mark. You're welcome to leave at this point. You don't have to hang around. But I think, for the sake of good viewer engagement, let's have a look at some other ways you could maybe route your trees. This is maybe a way of routing Essence Drain. That's maybe a way of doing it. I don't know how to do melee. I think maybe that's a way to do melee. Don't know. Really don't know. It's just... it's too many points. Every single build that I make is just like points, and I don't know what to do. The Impale nodes are really good, so I want to shove Impale in like every build that I do, which is in this part of the tree, because the Impale nodes are like really strong. And then I'm like, oh, cool, level 104.
Thanks, Steam, dude!
Thanks, mate. Amazon Prime, 1 free sub each and every month, would recommend. And now I'm like, alright, well, let's just drop a few cheeky little life clusters. This is really good, by the way, if anyone who isn't aware of it. Transcendent Flesh is very strong because now it hits Utmost Might. This is true of the Dex node down here, Utmost Swiftness, and the... well, actually, that one doesn't get hit by the jewel, does it? No. But, sorry, it's also true of Utmost Intellect up here. But, yeah. Stat jewels are pretty good. I don't know if they're going to nerf Transcendent Flesh, because I feel like if they don't nerf Transcendent Flesh, then every build in this part of the tree has to take it. And they nerfed the crit multi here, because they didn't like that. So, surely that's more broken and easier to obtain. I don't know. But anyway, I'm Tarke. No, I didn't want to save the changes. I bricked the build. Anyway, I'm Tarke. Traps are an option. Purifying Flame is also another trap you could maybe use, as is Ethereal Knives. Have a good day. Bye-bye.